Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Pedal Shift Project. The Pedal Shift Project is a series of conversations, thoughts, and experiments on bicycle travel adventures. From tips and tricks to ideas on how to ride your ride. Let's shrink the world by bike. Show notes and more are available at pedalshift.net, and you can email the show at pedalshift@pedalshift.net or text me at 202-930-1109 and check Pedal Shift out on all the socials as well. Hello everybody and welcome to the 414th edition of the Pedal Shift Project. My name's Tim Mooney. Thanks so much for joining. On this edition, part 3 of the mysterious Oregon coast adventure. Mysterious James and I emerge from our 3-night Cannon Beach odyssey to accidentally unlock our cycling superpowers, turning a modest Tillamook target into a shocking 52-mile tramp. It's the usual stuff. Ice cream is a performance enhancer. The stunning revelation that hydration might actually matter. But with tomorrow's weather turning and our schedule still behind, will this newfound confidence carry us forward or set us up for an epic crash?
Good morning from James. Are we still in Cannon Beach?
Yes, sir.
We are still in Cannon Beach, but we are leaving, and we are not coming back, asterisk, just in case, because you never know with this trip. But it's in the 7 o'clock hour. We are packed up. We have gotten our stuff together, and we are enjoying a really nice morning. It's going to be a sunny day. It looks like there may be rain and a much cooler day tomorrow, so that'll be interesting. First up on our list is to get out of camp and take care of all that business, and then we are going to climb the road up through Arch Cape Tunnel, get to the other side. That'll get us to Manzanita, and then we're going to probably take a quick break there. Actually, that's about 20 miles. That's a good time for a water break, etc. But then we're going to assess how things are going, how we're feeling, and figure out the rest of our day. Target today is looking like Tillamook for a hotel night, probably. Although, didn't you say there was a campground or something in Tillamook?
About 5 miles before there, I think.
Okay, so that would be a shorter day. So if we did want to camp, we could do that. But with the impending rain possible, it may be good for us to have a roofed lodging situation. We leave dry and everything rolled up in our bags. We'll figure that all out. But yeah, Cannon Beach has treated us well, thankfully, because we've been here for a while. 3 consecutive nights. And yeah, not much more to say, I think. Any other thoughts?
No.
James says no. All right. Update. We had hikers, we think, in camp. And we have seen no other cycling tourists, bike packers of any note so far. I know we like to keep people up to date on that. But yeah, we are off, and we will update down the road. From the Arch Cape Tunnel, one of the less fun parts of the Oregon coast, but actually it's beautiful today. Traffic, as you can hear, is there. Looks like everything is fine. James went up ahead before me. He looks like he got through no problem. And I just wanted to get my lights out. I hadn't had them on, and it's just always good to have. I also have a reflective triangle. And let's see, is my front light on? Yeah, now that's on. So that's good. Won't be doing too much crazy here, but I'll just try to get through. Yeah, feeling good, which is great. Once we get through this, I think there's another climb as well, and then a nice downhill into Manzanita, and then we'll assess, but I think things are looking good for at least a 40-mile day, and we'll just go from there. All right, much more to come. From Manzanita, Oregon. Did the 2 big climbs today, and that should be it for climbs for the day, unless we do bonus time riding. Thought process is still for us to go to Tillamook for sure, and then we'll assess from there. There's a few different options. If we stayed in Tillamook, we'd probably do a hotel night. There's a bus option if we want to push forward and make up a little bit and maybe go to as far as Lincoln City and get a hotel there instead. Or we could ride to Cape Lookout. A lot depends, but we both feel pretty good, and I think our confidence level is up as a result of it. So that's really good. All right, more to come. From just south of Garibaldi, Oregon, we're working our way to, Bay City. Is that right? Yeah, Bay City, and then, of course, to Tillamook. Under 10 miles to go till Tillamook. I have made some pretty good time with the tailwinds when I've had them, and then there's been headwinds as we wind our way around
rivers and a variety of different kind of influx of water into this part of the state here. Lots of really interesting sights. Not the most picturesque. There's better parts. Early this morning was a much better view, but the water is gorgeous, and that's a lot of fun. Traffic is pretty robust, but everything's been going fine so far here on 101. Pretty good shoulders for the most part, with some exceptions. But yeah, James and I are planning on meeting at the Safeway in Tillamook. He is, I believe, behind me, which I'm surprised at, because normally I am the one that kind of lags a few minutes behind. We are traveling at roughly the same speed. He may have taken a longer break back there or something like that. So that's the update right now. We're going to assess in Tillamook how we're feeling. It'll be interesting because I think both of us were feeling pretty strong, but the mixture of the headwinds and the direct sun on this portion is a lot more sapping. So the question of whether we've got 11 more miles in us to go to a campground versus a hotel, open discussion, I think, will be had. It is 1:45. I figure I probably got about an hour, maybe a little bit less, until I hit Mixum. All right, that's the update from Tillamook, Oregon. And maybe the end of the day, maybe not. I have beaten James here. I can count on one hand the number of times I've ever done that. He probably just kept pace with me, but took a break earlier because he was waiting up to do something before we kept going. So unless he surreptitiously passed me and is at the Fred Meyer instead of the Safeway, I think he'll be just a few minutes from now. Riding was largely good. The tailwind, when it was a tailwind, it was really nice, really pushing. This route is a little windy, so there were times where it was a headwind. That was, of course, less great. But overall, very strong riding day. I should check what the mileage is where we're at right now. I think we're over 40 miles at this point. Perhaps it was 44. Let's see. Could it be 44? Wouldn't that be great? Except it's not showing. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, it was a good ride so far. We'll see if we end up doing more. But yeah, beautiful day, a little sunny for my taste. I put my sun hood up, which kept the sun off my neck and the side of my face, and that worked surprisingly well. I think I may continue to do that and focus just putting sunscreen on my face. I think that's a good solution. Tomorrow is looking like a cloudy day at least, if not rain. I may not have to do that too much tomorrow, but in any event, that's looking forward to tomorrow. But so far so good today. We'll have at least one more update and maybe some more down the line. From Cape Lookout State Park. It is the end of, we'll call this part 2 because I have no idea how these episodes are going to go. James, we did it. We did 52 miles. Look for that in the statistics section. And this was our stretch goal to hit here. We felt good going into Tillamook, and then we took a bit of a break, hit the Safeway. You got your chicken strips, your classic. I got my pint of ice cream, which I just absolutely tore into. What did you think about the day? What were your highlights?
It was good riding. I'm glad that I had sustained energy throughout the day. I felt good, surprised coming off the couch and getting back on the bike. But no, it was good. I'm encouraged.
I looked at you like when we just got into camp, and I was like, this time yesterday we were at the Beaverton Transit Center, and I wasn't sure if this was going to happen. Like just the heat and the sun and that climb out of Beaverton to the transit center just knocked me out. I don't know how you felt, but I felt really shitty yesterday.
Yeah.
But hydrating up, I will say I was proud of myself for being very hydrated today. I woke up, I was dehydrated, and I made a point of really focusing on that. I think that makes a huge difference, and I feel much better as a result. But I'm pretty tired. I think both of us are pretty tired.
Yeah, it's going to be an early night for me.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can get them to do it again tomorrow.
I would call this camp the best on the coast, but I have two criticisms. One is just, it'd be nice if the bathhouse were closer. It's a pretty far walk. But my real criticism is, my God, USB-A.
Oh, yeah.
The charge station here has a USB-A only. There's no plug-in. And I guess if it were a few years ago, you could say, oh, lots of people use USB-A. But like now, almost all of our devices are USB-C. So unless you've got a little converter, which both of us have, you're SOL here. I don't know. It feels like a first world problem for such a great, oh no, the charging station hasn't advanced to USB-C. But that's my only ding. I don't know if you can hear on the pod the waves crashing. It's just a
glorious. And we get little pods. Each of us has our own little kind of clearing. The sites are all perfectly flat. It's in a great location on the coast. I don't have many complaints except for the longish walk to the shower and USB-A instead of USB-C. Actually, I would prefer regular plugs, regular 110 outlets.
Fast charging plugs.
Oh, yeah. James has a phone that charges at 100 watts, which is insane. Absolutely insane. I'm sure it's not a fire hazard.
It hasn't caught on fire yet.
Yours hasn't.
Yeah, mine.
We should ask Perplexity if...
Yeah,
but we've been asking Perplexity many questions. Actually, Perplexity may be the MVP of this trip because Perplexity solved a few things for us yesterday. And, confirmed that our semi-shortcut route, the ACA route, takes a longer, winding way to get here. And we were like, we'd rather do 11 miles than whatever the ACA route was.
Yeah, more than 11.
More than 11. And And that was the route that I took last year. So it's interesting. I don't know why the ACA, I guess it's because it goes through Cape Meares and it's the Three Capes route. So
and I think you're along the coast and it's really pretty.
It is beautiful. Yeah. I've been there.
It's longer.
Yeah. Back in the 90s when Oregon was cooler, literally. And figuratively. Yeah. Any other final thoughts on part 2 here?
No, I'm glad to be here. This is
totally.
This is a beautiful site. I always enjoy coming here.
Likewise.
And good ride today.
We got good. James and Tim weather to look forward to tomorrow.
Yes, it's going to be overcast and cool.
Yeah.
So, it should be good riding tomorrow.
I am excited. I think, without having talked about it too much, I think we're looking at Beverly Beach as the regular goal. And I suppose there's a stretch goal of South Beach if we really wanted to. But I don't want to push it because
Have we ever done that?
From here? Yeah. We've done it from Pacific City for sure.
Okay.
I think it's 70 from here. I'm just not interested in that.
Yeah.
I think we've also got to figure out what our end of week scenario is. Obviously, we are behind, and there's a bus option potentially for us that we think James's bike will be catered to, but we don't need to think about it right now. I think we just want to get a few days of riding, and then we can figure out the rest from there. But yeah. A+A, and feels really good. We got our legs underneath us a bit, which I think both of us we had question marks about.
Yeah, I was curious to see what was going to happen.
Yeah, because I think that there was a chance in another scenario where we were going to slow way down and camp here for a couple of days, and I would have gone back to Portland instead of Medford, and there were less savory outcomes than what we got, so it's all good. All right, see you tomorrow for us, next week for you.
Statistics. Miles biked, 52. Times Tim arrived before James, 2. That's not normal. Foreshadowing. Power of James's insane phone charger, 100 watts. Consecutive nights at Cannon Beach, 3. Do I need to declare myself a part-time resident of Oregon this year? Never mind. Flats, 0. Thank you for joining. You can find Pedal Shift at pedalshift.net for more great bicycle touring content. You can hear the Pedal Shift project through Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast app. Opening music courtesy of Jason Kent off his self-titled album. The track is called America. Check out his band Sunfield's latest release, Mono Mono, wherever cool music is available.